Hello, hello, and welcome. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sandy Cruz, and I create digital products and videos, all things I. That is anything that you can do on your iPad or your tablet that you used to do on paper. If that sounds fascinating to you, be sure and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so that you'll be notified whenever I have something new to share with you. Okay, so in this video, I am going to show you how to verse map on one of the templates that comes inside the free faith journal. Let me go ahead and transition. So what you're looking at on my screen is my verse map. I used a scripture prompt, the prompt of the day, to my verse map in this journal. And like I said, this is a free faith journal, and if it's still free at the time that you're viewing this video, there will be a link in the description below. Okay, so like I said, this is one of the templates that's included. I think there's like 8 or 10 templates included in the faith journal. I actually did a whole tour of the faith journal, how to use it, how to navigate, and I'll link that video as well below in the description. So just in case you've missed that one, you can go ahead and you could watch that before or after you watch this video. All right, so this is me verse mapping. I used the daily prompt for the day. Let me just show you the prompts that I'm using this month. Now, when the prompts come each month, these numbers are blank. There are no numbers in there. That is so that you're not tied down to the month that you do them, and you're not tied down to the day. So let's just say you started using a scripture prompt a day, or reading one scripture a day from the prompts, and you didn't start till the middle of the month or the end of the month. You can just start numbering from the day that you start, so you're not locked into having to start on the first. I did start on the first, so I numbered them that way. There's 30 prompts every month, and if there's 31 days in the month, you'll have to go look up another scripture on that topic. But because there's always 30 each month. Excuse me 1 second. Sip some of my hot tea. I put cayenne pepper in my tea. Does that sound ridiculous? I love it. You got to try it sometime. It's so good. Don't knock it till you try it. Try it. I challenge you to try it. Okay. So anyway, like I said, if there's 31 days, you'll have to look up one more scripture. You could always write in, one more prompt down here. You can put the month that you're doing it up here. You've got copies, so you can do them year after year. Every year you could do a different, you can just start over and do them over. Okay, so I actually put the scripture prompts inside my faith journal, but let me show you how they come and how to get them. These folders I have in here by month because I put them in the month that I'm doing them. Like I said, you're not locked into what month you do them. If you want to do grace in August, if you want to do provisions in December, you can do that. And if you already have the faith journal, you probably received the provisions prompts from me already, because you kind of get that automatically after you sign up for the faith journal. There's no telling what kind of freebies you're going to find from me in your inbox once you sign up for the faith journal. So that's just a little disclaimer there. All right, so let me just go ahead and get provisions again. You have to unzip them. There's 2 PDFs and there's 2 PNGs. The reason that I have a PDF and a PNG is the PDF you can import into your faith journal. So it could be you can make it one of the pages inside your faith journal. If you want to overlay the page onto one of the existing pages inside your faith journal, I've included the PNG. So let me just show you how to do that real quick. And also I have a minimalistic copy that has no color, no background, because the guys email me all the time and ask me if I can stop having so many bright colors on everything. And so, I try to accommodate them as well. So there's a minimalistic one, or if you want to add your own stickers and stuff to the minimalist one, you can do that. And then there's also one that is the colored one, and that's the one that I generally use. You can see there's some florals in the background and some shapes, and the colors are muted, but they still match the faith journal. So anyway, so if you want to import the PDF into the faith journal, what you're going to do is of course you're going to open it up in your cloud storage. I'm using Dropbox, and you're going to hit these three dots here at the top, and you're going to save to your device. Depending on what cloud storage you're using, your options may be a little bit different. You may just be able to just go straight to opening in Goodnotes. Unfortunately, because I'm using Dropbox and I have a different version than some people, I have a different version on my other iPad too, so it's different for both. So what I have to do is save to device, and then once I have that option, I can go ahead and scroll down and open in Goodnotes. Let me go ahead, open in Goodnotes, and then I'm going to get the option to either import as a new document, that means a standalone document inside my Goodnotes, or import to the current document. So I currently have my faith journal open, and I'll go ahead and hit import to current document, and that just brought it into my faith journal. As you can see, here's my faith journal. Let me scroll back. What was that, grace? Is that what no, that's provision. And I already have a provision in here, so I'll have to delete that. So there's my provision, and I did those in May. So let's see. So I can go ahead and delete that, but that's how you bring it in. Okay, let's just say I want to put it on a blank template and put it in one of my sections here. I've actually made a section and named it, because these are blank. The faith journal comes with blank tabs, and you have to decide what you want in these tabs. And so, my first one is sermon notes, and then I have my daily prompts in the second section. So let's just say that you want to put it on one of the templates, possibly the blank template. So let me go ahead and go to the blank template, outlines, templates, and I'm going to scroll down to the blank template. And this is where you'll find the templates. If you go to your index, you can also get to the templates by navigating with the tabs, but I'm not going to show you how to do that because I've already gone through all of that in the last video where I gave the tour. And if you want to take the tour, you'll learn all that. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to hit the blank, and then I'm going to go back to, or let me just do a multitask window, and you're going to want the PNG, one of the PNG files, and you're going to overlay it onto your page. And so I just click held and drag it over. I don't need that window open anymore. So now I'll just resize it to a good size. I don't want to cover up my spiral, so I'm going to be careful of that, because if I make it too wide, I'm going to cover up my spiral. There's also a spiral cutout tool that you can use in Keynote, and that's kind of fun because you can cut out any pages and insert them into either your planner or your faith journal. It's all universal. Everything I do works with each other. So if you use the cutout for the planner, if you already own it for the planner, you can use it and insert your pages in here. And I'll link a video how to do that below too, because you're probably going, what? Cutout? What is she talking about? If you've not seen what I've been doing for the last 10 years, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. So, all right, so I've just kind of centered that up, and now it looks like it's part of the page. And then I'll just move that somewhere, within the faith journal. And I'm not going to show you how to do that because I actually showed how to do that in the tour. All right, so now let's go back to, let's see, I was in my daily prompts. And here's one that's cut out. This is a page that's cut out. Let me just show you how it's cut out. Hit the lasso tool. So here you see that cut out. And that is actually an iDesign shape that I made that you use in Keynote, that anything you want to cut out the spiral, and then you can just bring it over to either your iPlanner or your faith journal or whichever one of my products that you're using that has the signature spiral on it. You can just pop it right in there and it looks like it's part of it. Okay, back to the prompts. All right, so this is the prompt for the day, Proverbs 28:26, and I am using the trust prompts this month. And here is Proverbs. Today's the 17th. So I'm just going to show you how I get this heading onto my faith journal page. So I'm going to go ahead. I want to make sure that the lasso tool is selected. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of draw a rectangle around that. And what I want to do is take a screenshot. Now, this is a feature that's kind of exclusive to Goodnotes. If you're using another annotation application, I'm sure there's a way to do it however you do it in whatever application you're using. So this is in Goodnotes. You'll be able to get your screenshot. So I'm going to tap screenshot, and now I'm going to go to the share button. And I just want to copy this to the clipboard. I don't want to save it to the images or anything like that because I don't need it once I copy it. I just need it just that one time just to put it on my page. So here I am on my page, and I'm going to press and hold and paste that screenshot. Okay, it looks a little ugly now, but let me show you how to fix that. I'm going to go ahead and tap it while it's still active. And you know it's active because it's got these blue dotted lines around it. I'm going to go ahead and tap crop and make sure that you're in rectangle. And I'm going to just drag down these blue nodes to get this cropped out. All right, that looks good. I'm going to tap done. And there you go. You can just resize it and put it in here. I actually drew these lines with ink. I'm going to go ahead and delete this because I don't need it anymore. Okay, so I drew these lines here. I just wanted it to look kind of like a heading. And the way I did that was I selected my pen tool and I got my color ink. And let's go to my pink ink. And now I want to hit the shapes tool so I can get a nice straight line. And then from there, I can go ahead and copy and paste till I have 4 of them. And then I can line them up. Just a little fun, digital fun. All right. All right, so the first thing I do when I do my verse for the day, my verse map for the day, is this big circle. I write the scripture down in my favorite translation. So here's the big circle in the center, and now I need my Bible. So let me go ahead and do a multitask view. I want my Bible over here. And let's see, this is Proverbs 28:26. So I'm going to go to Proverbs. And this is the iBible, by the way. I'll link that below too. This is like the coolest digital Bible on the planet. All right, so let me go ahead and navigate to chapter 26. And I want was that 20? I don't want 26. I want 28. Yes, 28. And now verse 26. And I've already underlined it. And I zoom in as wide as I can to have the scripture on the left. And I want to go ahead and write it down on the right. And when I write inside my faith journal, I like to press and hold and get the zoom tool. And then I'll kind of scroll up so that I have this area here to rest my wrist on. And then I'm going to start writing up here. And of course, I've already written it out. I'm just taking you through the steps so that you can go through these steps and do it. So I've gone ahead and I've written it out. So I'm done with the Bible. I don't need it anymore. And so once I write the scripture out, I go ahead and look at the scripture and kind of analyze if there's any keywords. Sometimes, I can only find 1 or 2, sometimes 4. This time I happened to find 6, and I just happened to have 6 circles to put the definitions in. So what I do is, and I've copied all the hex codes of the colors in this faith journal into my ink. So everything matches. All my ink matches. These templates match. The circles match. My highlighters match. And the faith journal actually comes with a PDF that has all the hex codes. So you can go ahead and add them to your ink library. Let me just pull down my ink again. So here you can see I've got all the colors of the faith journal in my ink, and I have them in my highlighter as well. So if I pull down here, you can see I've got them all in my highlighter. All right, and let's see, I don't think I have a video on that in my YouTube, but there is one in the course. By the way, I teach an iBible mobile Bible journaling course. I will link that below as well. We have a good time in that course. There are 77 of us currently, and it is all kinds of creativity, but it's all done digitally. So, and if anything, like I said in the beginning of the video, anything that you could do inside your traditional Bible, that is painting, watercoloring, adding stickers, all those things, I show you how to do it digitally and make your beautiful mobile Bible beautiful, just like your paper Bible. Okay. I've gone ahead and I have highlighted the key words, and I highlighted them to match the circles. And then what I've done is I've taken the key words and I have written each key word in their own little circle surrounding the verse. And then I've gone ahead and I've opened up my eSword application. And I like to have that in my side-by-side window. I also did a video touring the eSword. I just started using this actually this past 2 months, I guess. And I love it. I was using the Blue Letter Bible, but I'm really enjoying this. I had to make some purchases for it. I had to purchase the NASB 95 and the Concordance, and also the Vines dictionary, but it comes with a lot of things. You don't need to purchase anything. I'm just used to using what I use from my paper Bible days. And so now I have it all in one screen and side by side. So real quick, I'm just going to show you these icons at the top. My 2 favorite is this one. This is where I do my definitions. As you can see, I've got when you hit this icon, your view is you've got your scripture here, you've got your dictionary here, or you've got your numbers that link to the definitions here, and then you can do any cross-referencing here. You've already got those ready for you, and they're linked. As you can see, there's a line underneath it. It'll take you right to that scripture. And then here's my commentary, all in one place, all in one window. So this is all I need when I am doing my prompt for the day. And it's just one verse. And I actually get it done way quicker than it's taken me to record this video. So don't let that fool you. Don't think, oh, it's going to just take too long. It doesn't take very long at all, especially when you're doing it every day. And I challenge you to take one of these 30-day prompts and stick with it for 1 month. You will get addicted to doing this every day. You'll look forward to it every morning. All right, so back to the map. All right, so what I've done is I looked up the definition for each one. So the definitions are linked to each one of these links here. So let me just go ahead and tap on this first one. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not even highlighting the right verse. All right, so I want to go to Proverbs, and I want 28, verse 26. All right, now I'm in the right place. All right, so the first word is trusts. I'm going to go ahead and tap on that definition, and here it is. It pops right up in this window. And so now all I have to do, of course, obviously, I didn't write all of this out, but I wrote part of it out, for my own understanding. And so I wrote that out, and then when I was done, I hit the next one and I wrote that in. And as you can see, I used the color ink that matches the highlight plus the circle that surrounds the definition. Hopefully you get the idea how I did that. Here you can see I filled out each one of these circles. And like I said, you don't always have the option to have 6 words to look up. But this was nice. I like it when I can fill all my bubbles. If I can't fill all my bubbles with definitions, what I do is I'll throw a sticker in there, a really cute sticker, or I'll draw something or write something out. All right, so now that I have all my definitions on the left side, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the right side. And the first thing I do when I move to this page is I go over here to my parallels and I write down 2 other scripture versions. And what I did this time, and this is just text, I can change that text. What I did was I used the ESV translation and the CEV, and as you can see, I've got 5 up here, and I'm actually saving for the NIV. It's something I have to purchase to get it into eSword. And so I am waiting till I can get that one. And then when I do that, I'll have 6 all lined up side by side. And then I'll add the NIV version to write out. So I like being able to do that. Let me just show you the settings on that determines which ones and in what order I have in my parallels. All right, so my parallel settings, and by the way, I got to that by hitting this hamburger up here. So you can see what I have checked here. I have the NASB 95 and the ESV, King James, and I have it in this order. And then the check mark is beside the one that I have here in my parallels. So to get them in the order that I wanted them, I hit edit, and I could just grab these and then just kind of scroll them up and down to get them in the order that I want them. And then you just hit done. And there they are, all ready for me. Oh, and by the way, in case you're not familiar with these 2 versions, the CEV is the Contemporary English Version, and the ERV is the Easy to Read version. And I love being able to read those 2 versions. I wouldn't study the scriptures using those. I study using either the NASB, the King James, or the ESV, but I don't use those to study. But I like just leisurely reading my Bible using one of those translations. All right, so I wrote out the ESV, and I also wrote out the CEV. So that was my next step. Once I did that, I went back to this page right here by hitting that icon, and this is my commentary. So I read through the commentary and I just kind of summarized it here in this top area. As you can see, I've made sure that there's plenty of room here to write out your commentary explanations, and then I come down here and I do my own application. So I write that out, and then you've got also on this template the who, what, where, when, why, and how. And this isn't actually the kind of verse for the who, what, where, when, why, and how, but I kind of made it work for me. For the who, I did the wise and the foolish. For the what, I did destruction or deliverance, kind of that, opposite spectrum. For the where, in my based on my feelings or God. There's the contrast there. The when I'm walking, how I'm behaving, my behavior, that was the when. May not make sense to you. It did to me. It does to me. But I like to fill everything out. See, these are more prompts for me. It just gets you thinking. And, one verse, if you can do all this for one verse, it really does get you thinking. So you have to kind of think outside the box, though, for the who, what, where, when, why, and how. The why would be to be saved, rescued, and the how by walking wisely. So that is my prompt for the day. And if you do nothing else, if there isn't anything else you do, I usually do my Bible study in the morning. I'm doing a precept study. I do that in the morning, and then at night, I just kind of want to take it easy and not really dive in. I'm usually tired when I'm doing this, and this kind of just gets me up and it puts me to bed in a really good mood. So I have my morning and night routine. If I have a really busy day, I'll just do the 1-day prompt, and I'll do it in the morning when I have my coffee. So I'm going to put all the links in the descriptions for you to go and look at the iBible and browse the course. Like I said, I'd love for you to join us. There's 77 of us over there now, being creative digitally. And then I'll link the faith journal and some other videos that I mentioned in this video. Sorry, this got kind of long. I had fun. I hope you did. And until the next one, you have an outstanding day. Bye.